since all the digital transformation leaders of the kingdom are sitting on the same row over here. Okay, so I just like to ask each and every panelist to introduce themselves and their experience and their achievements. So we can just start with the questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fadwa. I'm a Saudi Arabian entrepreneur. I have established my own consulting office 3 years ago in digital transformation consultations as well as trainings. I'm specialized in IT as well as strategic planning. I have more than 21 years of working experience in Saudi Arabia in IT departments and strategic planning. And I'm very happy to be with you today, and I'm glad to share with my colleagues some insights about our experience and journey. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hummadi. I'm currently the Executive Director of Digitalization or Digital Transformation in ARASCO. Previously, I had more than 23 years experience in SABIC. It goes through different multi-functions, planning, maintenance, and others. Then I ended my career in SABIC. That 3 years I spent it in digitalization program or the digitalization transformation. We are happy that we published 3 products or 3 solutions helps procurement how they can increase the efficiency and bring more cost saving to SABIC. Earlier this month I've been appointed as digital transformation or digitalization in ARASCO. So I had more than 26 years experience.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are you all? And thanks for the opportunity. My name is Awais Ahmad. I am having 22 years experience here in Saudi Arabia, and I have worked on multiple technologies. I built data centers, landing stations with telcos like Salam, ITC, even some BPOs. I worked on 911 Riyadh project, 911 Eastern region. So I have a diverse experience from infrastructure to cybersecurity to BI and multiple things. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Mazen Shdeed from ENGIE Solutions. Currently, I'm head of data centers operation in KSA. I've been in Saudi Arabia around 22 years as well, mainly in digital transformation too, ERP implementations, best practices, and currently we're doing data center operations for locations and enterprise and hyperscalers. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for the introduction. See, nowadays you see Saudi market is booming in terms of technology, in terms of digital transformations and digital vision 2030 and other things. So if you see the market, last year when you compared with the sectors, what the frameworks and other things, each and every day we are having the various governance, various standards towards various things. So how do you see like Saudi Arabia currently stands in the regional and global priorities in terms of investing in operations?
Saudi Arabia is currently becoming an attractive destination for cloud investment and data center operations. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, it aims to diversify the economy as well as making sure that the digital economy's contribution in the GDP is increasing from 13% in the year 2017 to 19% in the year 2030. So therefore, there are significant strides in improving the regulatory environment as well as enhancing data security and facilitating and fostering entrepreneurship as well as innovation. I would say that high-profile public investments in infrastructure as well as it's coupled with the partnerships with global tech giants, this all makes Saudi Arabia's appeal very much increasing for the international companies. In addition, I think that favoring the environment, the regulatory environment, it encourages and attracts the international companies to come to Saudi Arabia and have their investments in the country.
Yeah, in addition to what you said, it's really self-explanatory, but what we can see, the base of the infrastructure that the kingdom built, it made the area, it's more competitive and more attractive to investors. So we can see, if we back to 10 years back, so we could not find Google Cloud, or maybe they are thinking to be here. But the Vision 2030, which I think it is the area that we paved for investors to come globally, and now we are beating. So we as Saudi Arabia, we can see one of the global attractive areas to invest in these areas, either in data center or cloud services. So in the region, we are the leader. I think we are the leader, and we will continue the leader of this area. And more to come. So we have the vision, we have the Saudi Green, we have a lot of projects starting from South region, Jizan, to Neom in the North region. And we see, and everyone could see that the area is more attractive, that the big, or the three big companies in Saudi Arabia, Aramco, SABIC, and STC, they start investing in this area.
Yeah, thank you for the great answers and other things. And in terms of opportunities, like how the Saudi is growing in terms of opportunities, what are the various opportunities the Saudi is emerging towards infrastructure?
Thank you for the question. I will actually go back in the history a little bit, like how the landscape changed. So I started my job in 2002, and there was internet availability was only dial-up, if you guys also remember it. So it was like, you need at least 2 minutes to connect, then open up the page and check your email or anything else. So, and then if you fast forward, you will see that the services started coming. We started with one of our company, satellite internet came. Then, linking the cities. Then in 2004-05, when the data license was given, the internet connectivity was deregularized. It was used to be cached first, and then, STC can have their own submarine cable. So I was used to be with the ITC, that's Salam Mobile guys now. So we had the Falcon cable, submarine cable, that brought the internet deregularized. So they were regularizing it themselves. So if you remember at that time, the internet on mobile was not available. You were not having the smartphones also. So as you see the horizon change, Saudi government, they invested on the technologies. They brought, from 2G, it went to 3G, then 5G is everywhere. So now on our mobile, we can just play a YouTube in seconds. And before that, I will tell you, I was roaming around inside Saudi, so I had to get the printed maps. So there was no Google Maps or some other maps. So as the technology change, the opportunities will start growing. So when there is connectivity came, of course, you require more workforce. You require experts who will be managing the data centers. You need also investors, companies to invest. Like now Google is here and all big companies. But before, of course, a foundation was supposed to be done by the government side. So this foundation started, it gave opportunities. Universities started building the workforce. So the whole landscape is changed now. So now that's what you can see. Just click on the mobile and communicate with anyone in the world. And I have seen a time when there was phone booths, you have to put the coins and then wait for the call, and it will cost you maybe 100 riyal for 3-4 minutes call. So this is the change. This is the digitization that we have.
It's a great, wonderful journey what you have just covered. It's almost like 20 years in Saudi Arabia, mashallah.
In 2 minutes.
Just I would like to check the same thing with what is the feedback from
Mazen.
yeah.
So I think my fellow panelists have covered most of the things. I would like to add to the opportunities, which is the low cost of power. As you know, in Saudi Arabia we have 30 to 50% from the average rate. So this is a major contribution for increasing opportunities here. In addition, the government has subsidized rates, especially for data centers as well. Not to mention, as Ms. Fadwa was saying, there are regulations. For example, most of the international companies need to have their regional office here in Riyadh. And those companies has to do their own cloud locally because of the regulation and the personal data law protection as well. So all of these is contributing to more need for cloud services, translating into more need for infrastructure. So more infrastructure, more data centers. And now we can see the increase that is happening. And for example, the Vision 2030 expectation was 300 megawatt by 2030. Now we can add to this 1,000 megawatt. These are the predictions or estimations that we need currently. And we're talking about, if this number is true, 1.3 gigawatt, then we're talking about 15 billion USD, which is a huge investment. And it's already translated into many projects. One of them, as we all know, in Lyon. It's a gigacity that will be main attraction of data hubs in the Hexagon. As you know, NEOM has a cognition hand which is autonomous. They are doing or starting driving the data center hubs there. They started with one data center, that data center called Telco. The main purpose of this data center is to have the sea cables coming in and distributing this internet to whole NEOM. Plus, they're starting with 3 data centers, all hyperscaler. They already finished 1, 2 more to come. But the plan is to have around 250 megawatt there as well. So, not to mention many of the data centers developers that are coming to the market as well. We, ENGIE Solution, as data center operators, we always have an eye, we focus on those data centers developers. Now we have EdgeNext coming in with the 6 data center in plan, around 60 megawatt. We have the transparency fund run by MIS. I'm guessing around 70 to 80 megawatt, also 6 data centers, scalable, moderate data centers, as well as autonomous, as we said. GDH also has presence and they are expanding. STC has done 3 phases as well, 17 data centers, 105 megawatt. Mobile also expanding in their data center as well. So this is a factual translation of boosting the infrastructure of all the services and the hyperscalers coming into the market. Of course, hyperscalers, all of them are investing in, starting from Microsoft to Amazon to Google, of course, Alibaba, as we know. We have a lot of hyperscaling, Oracle as well, a lot of hyperscalers coming in. All of these investments is making data center as a preferable hub in this region. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazen. Really I just would like to go ahead with you for this thing. What will be the key opportunities and challenges for Saudi Arabia's digital infrastructure?
Okay, there are many opportunities for Saudi Arabia. First is the geographic location. Saudi Arabia is. Oh, okay, sure.
Since, mashallah, you are from like a consulting background, you might have worked on various consulting organizations and other things. So if you could able to give us with some highlights of those things, then it will be an added advantage for us to understand how we are doing the consulting governance accordingly.
First, there are many opportunities. The opportunities of Saudi Arabia, first is the geographic location, because a lot of global companies find this location as an opportunity to expand their businesses and to invest in Saudi Arabia, especially that Saudi Arabia now is becoming a central digital hub that is connecting Asia, Africa, as well as Europe. When we talk about opportunities, I would say that the Saudi Arabian government commitment to digital transformation, innovation, this is a key opportunity. There is a lot of support when it comes from the Saudi Arabian government. In addition, as you know, by Vision 2030, we are aiming to have sustainability and long-term sustainable goals. This is achieved also by making sure that we have the right technology, the infrastructure. We are now investing in creating state-of-the-art data centers, as well as we need to make sure that we are investing in HPCs. We need to have our data centers very powerful in order even to adopt for AI and machine learning algorithms. Some of the, replying to your question, some of the clients that I have worked with, they had their traditional data centers and they are now in the process of transforming their data centers in order to become the state of the art. And this is done right now by them prioritizing HPCs, having GPUs and TPUs integrated, as well as making sure that they are having modular design. It's very important to have modular design in the data center. This allows for scalability, and this is the current plan for a lot of the data centers in Saudi Arabia. Also, there's a very important point, is that there is currently investment in the technologies regarding to cooling as well as energy efficiency. We are now going into green data centers. So this is a very important factor that Saudi Arabia right now also is focusing on based on their clients.
Do you have any regulations for that, for green environment and other things?
That's a great question. Right now in Saudi Arabia, there are entities that are specialized in providing the regulations as well as the standards. I would mention one of them, for example, Sadaya. Sadaya is working with the different government entities to make sure that they are adopting the regulations when it comes to data centers, when it comes to all the operational processes that they are working with. So yes, Saudi Arabia is in that. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
In addition, this is from consulting firms.
Yeah.
From manufacturing firms. We see the government are enabling the manufacturers, okay, to certify them if they move their plants or their manufacturing to award digitalization or process automation, where it could have more efficiency increase and less losses or waste of money. And also, in another hand, it will give a data or decision making based on data. So the kingdom is working, enhancing the series, and they published it to the manufacturer. So if we, as a plant, if we not going to go to comply with Ministry of Manufacturing, this time they are giving an incentives. Okay. So they are incentivizing the plants. They are waiving most of payment if required. And to do this, if I am as a manufacturer, I need to have the trust and capable data center. So, and she is right, Ms. Fadwa, she said that we are moving to cloud-based instead of data center-based. So this time it is motivating, and I think after a while it will be mandating. So as manufacturers, so we are in moving to transfer our plans to be more compliant with the area.
Okay, in this, whether your organization follow any framework for this or just like that we are.
Now, the Ministry of Manufacturing, they appoint some consultants firm. So they are the one who came to the manufacturers, okay, and explain what to do. And they certificate the plants, that the awareness done and the certification is given. Then the second stage, they have to go and the plants or the manufacturers has to draw a roadmap of implementation. And each stage, they have get a points. So if they comply for two, it is 2 out of 4, there will be some, be given a something, money. It's something like
Funding or something.
Funding something or helping in the loan, so giving support with the bank. So a lot of things will be coming. Now it is chosen. Tomorrow it will be Monday.
Mazen can give some insights on this discussion.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to talk from data center operation point of view. Specifically, our clients are colocation and enterprise. So we're mainly interested in two regulation, which is computing, cloud computing regulation framework and the personal data law protection. So we mainly focus on those because when we operate, we need to, of course, govern or comply with those regulations as well. So with these, KSA was a pioneer in making and adopting those laws, paving the way for investors to come and, where there is a regulatory environment and they can establish their cloud services. So of course these regulation has benefited the investing climate here and made it more comfortable for others to come and invest in cloud services. And I think a new regulation is being prepared for AI. I think Sadaya has now got the first ISO certification for AI, to my knowledge. So this is coming as well, so that they can bring more investors, more AI investors into the region, into KSA as well. As you know, Saudi Arabia AI investment is increasing on a compound annual growth rate 29% per year up to 2029 each year. The same for the cloud services as well, 23% as CAGR. So this is a huge rate of growth that will bring more investment. Of course, these need to be regulated. There should be a governance body for all of this.
Thanks, Mr. Mazen. Do we have anything to discuss on this topic?
If we say, let's say, challenges and opportunities, let's say I will say something on the challenges. As Brother mentioned that data centers and a lot of opportunities came. So of course the challenges are there. There is first of all, as I mentioned earlier, workforce. So you need experts for it. So here I saw the government with the public-private partnerships. They have made some incubators. There are companies who are working on it and the government is incentivizing on it. Then in the universities, here we also require academia to do the research and then come back to the industry and tell them, okay, these are the best practices, these are the new products, Saudi-made products. So for this I would like to give a reference. In cybersecurity there is a Center of Excellence in KSU. They are doing an excellent work. They have made some local products that multiple banks and other they are already using. So see, this is the opportunities. So, but now here the challenge is, let's say, small, medium enterprises. If they are coming and they are investing, and then there is compliances from the government side. So, I will mention one of the compliance from CST, the Hayatul Fada and communication sector. It's called CRF, Cyber Security Regulatory Framework. It is having inside ISO 27001 plus NCA, NIST rules, some of the SAMA. It's one of a very comprehensive one, and it is applied for all the ICT service provider. So they need to take a license and they need to compliance with it. Now a small company who, let's say, is not a data center but they are reselling the services, they will also come under the CRF plus the PDPL, as you were mentioning. So now if you are not compliant to these two regulations, for CRF the penalty is 5 million riyals and for PDPL is 3 million riyals. So imagine an SME, it will be very difficult for it. So there is some incentives on this also, and we are hoping that, let's say, if you are compliance for 50%, you will get some incentive from the government. So here the public-private partnership from the government is required also to let the sustainability of the business in the market and let other companies encourage them, investors to come and invest more. And workforce I already mentioned, and then the government investment on the infrastructure of 5G and adaptation. You have seen that the government is now going on the cloud. All the ministries are going on cloud, while 10 years ago every ministry was willing to have their own data center. So again, the compliances, and this will be a small challenge.
Fadwa, just a small question to you. Since you are into the consulting firm, what are the, when you are adopting some digital transformations, like going ahead for transformations, what do you see as the biggest challenge?
Okay, this is an excellent question. Based on my experience with the clients, I think the biggest challenge is finding the I would say the investment, the capital investment, the amount of money that is being needed for enhancing the infrastructure, it's a lot of financial requirement. I would also say the skills. We need to have skills development as well as the financial, the capital, the significant capital investment. There is one more challenge. As you know, technology is rapidly evolving. So I would say the investment landscape is very competitive. So sometimes it's very difficult to investors to identify and evaluate what are the potential projects that they need to invest on, as well as what are the associated risks, especially that we are talking about cyber security risks and data security risks and so on. Also, very important element that they need to focus on is the regulatory environment. Again, I would like to stress again on having favorable regulatory environment in Saudi Arabia, because this is what attracts the investors and the businesses to Saudi Arabia. So I would say all these constitute challenges to the data center. Thank you.
Okay. Mazen, I just like to just get some highlights. If you want to go ahead for like considerations for selecting and implementing digital tools and platforms, what are the considerations do you do it? For any transformation platforms, I just would like to understand from you, if you are going for like digital transformation initiatives, what are the various platforms and tools do you just think that needs to be considered? Since you have done on various data center projects and other things, various experiences you have, so I just like to know.
Just trying to understand the question.
Yeah, can you please answer?
First of all, I actually like to go back, to tell our audience what is digital transformation, because many people even they think that digital transformation is like, okay, you are having a website and come on, you are digitally transformed. So I will say like AI is a buzzword, so you will hear everyone is talking about AI. So is it really a digital transformation when you say that I am digitally transforming? So, first of all, digital transformation is like you are changing all your business, your requirements, your business, how you are selling it, how you are reaching the customers, because end of the day, I say that end of the day, everything is customer centric. So what is the experience of your customer? When he is coming to you, how he is being treated. So all of your business, when it is transforming on digital channels, this is digital transformation. So, okay, I have a website. People can reach me, but how? By email only? No, we have a telephone number. We have now multiple other channels like live chats and WhatsApp and other multiple softwares. So, when you are digitizing everything, then it depends on what kind of business you are. So, I will say now in the data center side. So if I am on the data center side, but I am a SaaS solution provider, on the lower level I am using a data center, of course. So my SaaS solution, for this purpose I will be needing different tools. So I can use an RPA and other like ERP solutions. I need a CRM solution also. Then I need to automate my processes. So if you are, let's say, Hunger Station or Jahiz, then your requirements will be different. So there is nothing in digital transformation that you can say one size fits all. You have to customize it according to your business requirements.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just an add, because today was a good day for me. I just present my strategy to my boss and get,
Oh, mashallah, it's great.
yeah. If we want to do digital transformation, the first we need to do a mindset change. So because people are thinking digitizing is digitalization. They are thinking automation is digitalization. So it is a stage. So the word of transform, it's totally changed.
It should be done from the top.
Yeah, it should be come from the top to bottom,
Yes.
and we should have to plan it well. And each change we are going to do, we need to do a change management. So now we are here, so no more here, so we are there. So if I want to explain it more, so 3 years back, before the COVID, so we had a lot of cash in our pocket, but now we have only half. Okay? 3 years back, we are in queue to renew our license, driving license, or our Yokohamas, or our lines. Now it came to our home, just ringing the bell. Earlier you paid 17.25, now 45 again, so become more. But
That is transformation.
that's transformation. It has a cost. Transformation, it has a cost. So, but if we calculate it and we see that the overall there was a lot of benefit of moving from the traditional way to do business to more digital transfer. I hope I add something, but today is my day because my boss was agree with my transformations.
Thanks, Mr. Ali, for this great discussion. And really, it was a very wonderful session. And I'm just thanking for all the panelists for this wonderful session. Thank you. Yeah, I was about to ask that one. So thank you for the panelists. Next is for the audience. Any questions, please?
My name is Said Zain. I work for Khazna Data Center, a UAE company. I will start with Ali. Since he mentioned we need to change the mindset. As an industry, what we are doing to change the mindset of the population.
The business what we do 3 years or 5 years back, it cannot work now. So all your processes in your company So instead you're recruiting a lot of people, you have a data center in place, you have an archiving system, you have a lot of people to take these, the jobs from area to make it done. As an industry, so if we do, we will eliminate, we will use the right resources in the right place. Currently, and this is we live it now. So we have in our company or any similar company, we have a huge manpower to do sometime loading and unloading business, having to have transporting from area to area. But if we look to digitizing or digitalizing the thing, so we use the like blockchain services, we like the logistics hub services, and this one will help the business even to become more profitable. So we have a lot of losses we pay in the area where the digitalization, where we need a data center and we need a cloud, so to support us shifting our business from area A to area B. I hope I answer you. If I not, I can shift it to any one of the panelists. Changing mindset, I'm sorry to changing mindset. So if you go first, we need to have the interaction with leaders. We need to show them a real example. So we're supposed to use MVPs, low minimum value products. So as a CEO, I put myself as a CEO. Instead of having a list of paper to sign in my desk and to know the situation of the company, if I have us inside for the dashboard, I can know every organization doing right, doing wrong, where the area that I should contribute, where the area I should appreciate, where the area I should invest. So moving this earlier, the CEO maybe at early morning, he bring the CXOs, they said what happened yesterday, we do this, we do this, we do this. These days, you don't need that. So even you can get some of CXOs which highly paid out the door.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohammed Shazbin Parvez. I have few questions from all the panels. Actually, as Mr. Awais mentioned, that there is lot of requirement that needs to be done on the skill side, right? So why we don't think, like we talked about AI data centers, we talk about smart cities, we talk about digitalization, all those things. But the thing is that yes, we do have the money to buy the products. But what about the people who will implement those things? Okay, the implementation, what we need the 10 gig over here at this point. The guy who is terminating the cables over here at this point or at your data center in the patch panels, okay, whether he is following the standards, whether how many of us know here, like what should be the losses for the connectors that it's need to be installed for an AI data center. So the insertion loss of those connectors, what should be those insertion loss, so that you can have that connectivity of 400 gig or 200 gig or 100 gig, what you want to achieve in the data centers. How we will manage that one, and why people are not following like the standard bodies like TIA, ISO, they are behind the so-called marketing companies like Uptime and these people. I would not say that they are standard companies. The standard companies is TIA, ISO, and those things. Those are the standards that they need to follow actually. So my question now, like Big C and those people, when means this is going to come with such dignitaries like you, that when you are going to implement these things for your data centers or for your projects?
So look, again, if I go back to your question was the skills, as you mentioned. So all of these things, what you are saying, how people will know is the skill. So skill, it means you have to train people. So where they are getting trained. Let's say a fresh graduate is coming. If we go on the traditional academia style, traditionally they will just teach you in engineering or other technical terms. Academics, they will just tell you, okay, how many cables are there in a LAN cable, what are the colors and how to make a cross, or this kind of stuff. So when you are coming outside, to make sure that they are following this, they will be, of course, first of all, doing some practical work. They will work in some company, some data center, they will do some work. So skills, they are now supposed to be trained in the universities. I will tell you in Saudi Arabia what's happening now. In the universities, they already started bringing the courses from the vendor sides. Let's say SIM solutions. I will give you an example. Some months ago, I hired one technical support guy. So he's supposed to learn the normal, the PC and all this fixing. So I saw him working on one of a famous SIM solution. So I was a bit astonished. How do you know this? He said the teachers in the university and the vendor trainers were there. So see, this is one skill. So we need, of course, vocational training institutes where you will train the people for the data center. And recently I saw some of the companies who are also coming in Saudi Arabia investing on the training centers. So they are building vocational things. So after some years you will start seeing the change. So now the change doesn't come in suddenly. As I mentioned, in 20 years from dial-up, you saw how the things are changing. So of course, new technology, new thing comes, it brings changes for you.
Yeah. So just a counter question to that
Please.
one actually. Like why we are focused on vendor trainings? Why we are not focused on standard trainings? We should go for technology trainings, not a vendor specific trainings.
Sure.
Because the vendor will treat or teach the students on his product. Instead of that, we should have something related to the technology itself. From scratch level, I am talking about installer up to the technician level, and then from a consultant to a designer level.
So here I will add, as I mentioned, public-private partnership with the government, with the institute. So there is multiple parties are involved in this. First of all is academia, where your graduates are coming. So what they are teaching there? They are teaching you IEEE standards, ITA standards and all these things. Now vendors, how the vendors are treating it. If you know 10 years ago, Cisco had many proprietary protocols, but then they changed to ISO protocols. So gradually, your question is right, and actually a lot of academia is thinking on this. So gradually it is being changed. We can sit outside, really. We can sit and we can have discussion. Actually, I think the time is finished. Maybe, yeah. So we.
Make it short and please.
My question is about philosophy, not about if there is difference between digital transformation and innovation like AI. I think there is misunderstanding and there is mix about the innovation and the digital transformation. My comment about this digital transformation, it can be you take the technology from outside and you make it in the country. But innovation, something new, you product something new, help the country. But transformation only make the service and no product can the country make money from that.
Very wide question. So because when we came to innovation, is a path, could be in anything. Digitalization, it's a journey. So, and if we talk about AI, it's a part of this journey. If we talk about machine learning, which improve the AI, it is part of the journey. If we talk about generative AI, which is more advanced, it is the ultimate that now if we see the economic leaders, all of them, they are speaking or they are telling their speech, they say generative AI, generative AI. Innovation could be after implementation, but digital transformation, where you totally transform your business from area to another area. So, but innovation could be part of each stages. So my advice, usually even to my colleague and to my friends, whoever. So first, you need to have the preparation. Are we ready for transformation? So are the management and mindset of the company are ready? So readiness, in my opinion, it is taking the long journey of the transformation, because when you work to or you connect, or the connectivity to the mindset of the leaders, most of the leaders, they will say, why we need? So what is the benefit? So at least, so if you do the base, which is the starting from digitizing, automation, then you build data. So when you have the accumulative of data, then engineer this data, make it a good data, then you can build any models to bring you the insightful or help you in taking decision on that day, so you can think about more innovation. So if we get an example only and we conclude, if we go to see Upshur last 5 years and Upshur now, it's totally transformed. But before 5 years or 10 years, when we see Upshur and Upshur machine, we were happy that we are not visiting the passport office to do something. Just we will put their fingerprint and we add this and this. But now, a lot of innovation in Upshur. I hope the message is clear. Did I answer you? Thank you so much.
So I think mine is the last question. I'll make it brief. So my question is, my name is Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Devashish. My question is mostly from Fadwa and also Mazen, which is because if you see that key opportunity challenge is 5 years. Question is that regarding the AI, as you rightly mentioned, that we have 40 billion USD investment in AI, right? Because I closely work with Vision 2030 in the kingdom, and we are 96 out of 66, out of total 96 already in vision at that time on AI and data. But one of the key challenges that when we are doing transforming to the cloud, especially from a consulting point of view, then the data center is the local regulations. Like Google has started operations in data center, AWS Google. And I don't believe they will be able to, they said that they cannot announce also in the next week. So, yeah, so they will not. They are both certified. So the key challenges is that how we can take this journey ahead. Because opportunities are huge, yeah. We have investment, we have everything. And as you know that Mazen must be knowing that AI index has taken recently in the whole GCC. So the kingdom is ranking #1. Previously UAE is not #1. So we have readiness, but when you come to implement the cloud, especially, or data center, there's a huge challenges in terms of the infrastructure. Infrastructure is one of the things, but other things that the PDPL that we have multiple regulations, these global regulations, and how you want to see the next at least 2 to 3 years how the journey will go ahead, and that's my question. Overall, like understanding your both the actions perspective. Yeah, over to you.
Okay, thank you for your question. Of course, if you would look at the digital economy in any country, the digital economy has got 4 dimensions. One of them is the emerging technologies. AI is an emerging technology within the ecosystem of digital transformation, similar to other emerging technologies like the 5G to 6G or IoT or other technologies. So when we think about AI, we should think about it as an emerging technology, as a tool, as a means that will help us to reach whatever we need as Saudi Arabia when it comes to our own national objectives. So AI, when we implement and adopt AI, we need to make sure that we are keeping in mind also the AI ethics as per UNESCO. UNESCO has got some AI ethics standards that we need to comply to, for example, related to data security, safety, confidentiality, and all of it. No harm, no bias, and so on. So once we, let's say, utilize AI in the proper way, in the best way, AI for good, then we can envision how we can actually utilize AI in the next few years, whether it's with the cloud, with the data centers, whether it's even in our tools and AI applications. The only thing that I would say that we need to very carefully plan our modular design in the data centers, because AI, it consumes a lot of energy, a lot of water, so it would come with its own expense, it would come with its own investment that we need to make sure that we are keeping our own technologies when it comes to cooling, when it comes to even energy efficiency and so on. So AI doesn't come like an easy tool, it comes with its own expenses, so this needs to be incorporated in our plan, in our strategy, and how we think about it.
Since we are running out of time, we just started with cloud and we finished till AI. So kingdom is going towards ahead. If you go for AI, you can just talk a lot about AI in terms of enhancing productivity, in terms of automation, in terms of IoT and other things. So just we'll conclude with this right now, and definitely we'll be very happy to discuss with you off time, and it's a great pleasure on interacting with you all, and thank you for attending this event. Thank you.